Hey everyone, it's Whippy and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about the mental and physical supplies that I use to help me thrive, well, kind of thrive and survive through education. So let's go. Okay, so this list is not in chronological order. This is just the way I wrote them down on my phone. First thing is a routine. Having a routine is basically creating habits that your body and your mind will get used to, and honestly your body will appreciate that and your mind will appreciate having a structure to follow. Granted, it does not have to be a strict routine, but a routine nonetheless can help your body sort of keep calm. Like for me, I have a routine, but it's not super rigid. It's quite flexible, so there's room for me to completely divert from the routine if I need to that day, or if maybe I want some freedom. But there are some things that I put in my routine that I can't ignore. And it does take a while to get into a routine or to get into a habit. It takes like 21 days if I'm still correct, but it's so worth it. And in my opinion, consistency and self-discipline are keys to success. And if you want to get through university or any type of education, we kind of need some sort of success rate. Number 2, organisation. If you've been watching me for a while, you will have seen in my other videos that I like to organise things and I like to have a certain system with some things. And I know organisation is not for everyone. However, having a weekly planner or a bullet journal or a calendar really can help people. I have a bullet journal and a weekly planner. Some people like to do their weekly plans and overviews within their bullet journal, and that's fine, but for me, I prefer to have 2 separate things to look at. I find them so helpful, and especially with the pandemic, my bullet journal has helped me remember what day it is and the date, because I am a mess with that. Also, I use my laptop to make my uni notes, but also sometimes I just like the feeling of writing with a pen on paper. I don't know, maybe I'm old-fashioned. So for my laptop notes, I use OneNote, and within OneNote you can make different folders, and within those folders you can have different pages. Also, if you like being organised, or if you want to try being organised now or next term or wherever you are, what can be helpful is seeing if your modules or whatever it is you're looking for has a course overview or a syllabus up already that you can look through, so you can note down important dates for assignments and just have it all written down on one piece of paper that you can stick up somewhere, and then as time goes on you can put them in your calendar as well. It just gives your brain an idea of like what you're gonna go through within the next X amount of time. Now, I actually didn't write this one down, but I was just thinking about it in my head, and I've recently been noting down different Google extensions that can help with studying. I am yet to use them or try them, but I've heard that Weaver highlighter is quite good, Jawless as well, and picture-in-picture extension. Those are the only ones I can think of right now, but if you want to find out more, I'd Google them because I haven't used them yet, and I feel like Google will probably give you the best answer, but those might help you. Hey guys, this is me editing right now. I completely forgot to mention 1 or 2 supplies that I use. Forgot to talk about study music. Now, studying with music might be for you, but it might not be for you. For me, sometimes I just like to be in silence. Sometimes I like to put on a lo-fi playlist. I would definitely recommend lo-fi music for you because it is mainly instrumental and just gives you a soft background to your knowledge. Also, supplies. Make sure you have the supplies that you use and that you need to get you the success in your education. So if you like to write things down, get notebooks. If you like to color coordinate your different topics or definitions, whatever system you use in your brain, get that stationery. Also, just get stationery for your mental health. But yeah, get the supplies you need. It's important. Now, this is the most important one: mindset. You have to look at your thought processes and your thought patterns and the way that you learn. So if your mind is constantly saying, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail, you're training yourself to basically feel like a failure and feel like you aren't capable of your success. But you are. Honestly, you are. You just have to retrain your thoughts, retrain your patterns, find the root of your thought process and question it. Ask yourself why you feel like a failure. Was it one big failure that made you feel like that for the rest of the time, or was it small, tiny failures that made you bottle up all these feelings and just suddenly not want to try? And if you're feeling called out, sorry, but this is for your growth. By questioning, you're then gonna grow and understand yourself better, which is great for yourself regardless of education. Then you can practice good thought processes, good patterns in your brain. You can give yourself affirmations like, I will succeed this semester. I will hand my assignments in on time. I'm gonna get the bag, if that's what you're trying. And motivation. If you're looking for motivation, look within yourself first. What are you trying to motivate yourself to do? And if you want more on motivation, I will link my video on motivation up here, because I basically said all I'd say now in that video, except I might replace some of the manifestation with prayer. When I mentioned learning style, I meant that, are you a tactile learner? Are you a visual learner? All these things can help you know how to best study and best revise in the future. Like, for example, I am someone who likes to learn visually and verbally. I like a mix of things. So I like to see something demonstrated before me, but also like them to speak through it to me. Next, timing. You have to be realistic with the time that you have to study or the time that you have every day. Be intentional with your time. I know procrastination is a big thing for all of us, and I suffer a lot with it, but there are times when you have to be disciplined and you have to sit yourself down and be like, okay, for the next hour I'm just going to focus on looking at my work. There are different timing techniques that you can use to help you study, like the Pomodoro technique. You can look on YouTube for study with me's, and people post them studying, so it looks like you're studying with someone, and it sort of keeps you accountable to yourself. But also be realistic with yourself, because you know how long it takes you to do work, so don't set yourself a ridiculously unrealistic schedule where you're like, by this time I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna move on to this and this and this and this, when you know how you work. Distractions. Obviously in the pandemic, we're either at home or we're wherever we are, and that might not be your normal learning environment, so there might be more people around you. That is tough. I understand that because I go through it myself. But let's say, for example, you know that you've been binging on YouTube for the last 2 days. Close the YouTube tab. I know you can open another one. That's not the point. The point is that you should close it in the first place, because you're doing it on purpose, and it'll tell your mind, oh, but should I reopen it? Because I just closed it because I'm trying to work, you know? If it's your phone that's bugging you, put it in the other room, or give it to someone else if you think that you're gonna bend very easily. Reminders in a post-it note version or on your phone or on your laptop are super important, especially if you have deadlines that just keep cropping up, and especially if you have overlapping deadlines. But also reminders in general for other things as well. Like, for example, somewhere next to me, I'm gonna show you an example of one of my reminders, which is for vitamins. Every day at 10 a.m, that reminder goes off, and I know that I need to go and take my vitamins. Whatever the reminder is for you, just know that it does help you, especially if you use your phone a lot, or whichever device you use a lot, or if it's just post-it notes on your fridge. And that leads me to hydration. Drink your water, kids. I don't care. Drink your water. There's always time and space for H2O. I got a special power that I'm not afraid to eat. It has multi-purposes, okay? Your body is like 70% water. You need it. Your throat a bit dry? Water. Been crying all day? Water. I'm telling you, stay hydrated. If you're someone who can barely drink a bottle of water a day, that's a good start, okay? You just have to start somewhere. My goal is to drink 4 bottles of water every single day. I don't always succeed, but it's good for me to have a target in my head. And one day I didn't just suddenly start drinking 4 bottles of water. I had to start from 1, and then I went up in increments to my desired amount. Water will help you during your study sessions, I promise you. It's not always going to be Red Bull or coffee. Okay, too much of that can hurt you guys, as we all know. Pinterest. Now, I know this might seem like a weird thing to include, but this is what helps me. On Pinterest, I make boards. I have a uni inspiration board, and when I'm feeling defeated, or when I feel like, what's the point? Why do I want to get my degree? Like, am I even, like, is this worth my time? Like, am I even worth this time? Because yes, I'm human and I get those thoughts too. I remember, oh crap, go on Pinterest. Doesn't matter if I'm in the crappiest mood like I was this morning, but that's not the point. No, but seriously, I woke up really sad today and there was like no reason. But I'm fine now. I shed a couple tears, you know, I took some concept photos of myself and it made me feel good. And I listened to one of my favorite podcasts and now I feel like a new woman. So we move. Anyway, I'll go on that board and I'll scroll through and I'll just pick a certain point to start from, and I will look through as many as I need to help me feel motivated and to help me feel confident and assured in myself. And to remind myself that, yeah, I'm meant to be doing this degree, okay? I got myself here. You know, I'm smart enough to succeed. I will continue to succeed, even if I have breakdowns, you know? It's called balance. But if Pinterest is something for you, then go for it. Or you can make vision boards that help you focus, or you can make aesthetic boards that make you feel good about studying. Another thing I forgot to mention is snacks. Having snacks with you when you're studying is really important. Lastly, you time. Scheduling time for you and the things that you love doing is so important to helping you succeed and thrive in your education. That time is solely for you, whether you're doing it with other people or yourself. Just do things that make you feel like you're living, that make your heart sing, basically. Oh my gosh, that's so cheesy. Yeah, well, sometimes I can be cheesy. That could be painting, that could be reading, that could be singing at the top of your lungs in your room, bashing your head up and down to Checkmate by Conan Gray. Pretending like you're in a dramatic music video while listening to a really dramatic and depressing song. You keep me in your orbit. Crying over Brent 2 because it just came out. Talking to your loved ones. Making an iced coffee. Crocheting. Sewing. I don't know. I'm just giving random examples which some kind of relate to me because they are me specific, but we can move on from that. But basically, I'm just encouraging you to do things that make you you and make you happy. Well, that is it. I am done. I know this was my list, but I really hope it helps someone. Even if it's only just one of these things, I really do hope that having someone else's perspective might help. It might help you learn what isn't helpful for you, which is still helpful in a way, so you're welcome. If this video did help you or if it gave you some joy, please like it. You can subscribe if you want. I hope you're all receiving a lot of love at the moment and I'm sending hugs right now. I would hug the camera, but I think I'll just completely mess it up. So maybe try another time. I will see you very, very soon. Bye.